Now, let's have a look. We've talked about above, we've talked about that. Let's talk about this level to build vaults and underground passageways. And across there, you can see what's left of a vaulted undercroft there. So you can go under them afterwards if you want to have a look. Then you would have had a vault coming on here, and there's the shape of it on the wall. You can see that. That would have gone all the way to that wall there. You can see where it's finished in the left-hand corner. Remember, it would have had a wall across originally. So you would have walked through this vault here. Then you've got what about dummy vaults, that's called a dummy vault there. But in that wall there would have been the opposite to that there. In other words, you've got that there, it would have been open. So you could have walked through here, through that, and into another section underground passageways there. There's still one behind this wall you can get into. So we just had a mass, nothing but vaults underground. And they used to call it a vaulted undercroft, that was the name they gave to it. One of the big problems they had though was building vaults in the ground at the time. It was a major problem for them because they couldn't get a shape. And when you look at that, you think they've done very well there. Let me show you something. There's a finale to this theme. Let me show you this. In this wall, you'll see two stones. And each stone has a hole in it. When I bring schools round, we're going to have a quiz for them. And the last one, they've got to find certain things on the way around. And the last one is two stones, each with a hole in. You can push a pencil in. That's the clue we give them. And it's rare they find them, but one or two do. And these are these two stones here. And what I actually have, this is a true story of 1 year ago. As we go to this point, we used to say it was a very difficult job to build vaults because of the curves, etc., etc., and then flowered over it and left it because we didn't really know how they did them, to be truthful. Till one day a little boy came up and prodded his finger in there. He didn't get it stuck, don't worry, it was alright. He put his finger and he said to me, why have you got two stones there with a little hole in each one? And you know, I've been coming up here for nearly a year then, never even noticed a darn stone, but it just shows when you see something on a regular basis, you don't see it really, do you? And I didn't know, and I apologised to him and said, I don't know, it's interesting. So Swanee's library, reference library, spent a bit of time going through books, and then I found what they're for. Very interesting. The two holes, this is what they're for. You've got to imagine they started off with a complete wall. You've got to think this is just one wall. Then there's an instrument in medieval times called a trammel. And a trammel was another word for a beam compass. What it was a long piece of wood, cut to whatever size you wanted. Then at one end they used to put through a horseshoe nail. And that end would go in there, you'd knock it into the horseshoe nail and hold the piece of wood. Then the piece of wood, they'd take it to the end where they wanted to come and knock another horseshoe nail in, so it's stuck through like that. Then holding it there, the second man would go and he would scratch and mark with using the nail all the way up, like a compass would.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
And the nail made this scratch mark. Take it out of there, put it in there and go to this side using the same radius and do the same on there. So they now have a scratch mark on the wall. And the two probably would have connected something like this. Not enough to be spot on for a vault, the book said. What they did then, they measured between the two holes. And the next thing I did after that was came up with my own tape measure as a second person. We measured these two holes to see if they were equidistant, and they're virtually equidistant. You can hardly split them, so the measurement must have been fantastic. We found out in the 1200s a foot was 8 inches. The last time we've measured a foot was 12 inches. In the 1200s it was 8 inches because it was the average length of a man's foot. That's what you used to say along the foot. 8 inches. They measured between there, put a plumb line down, what we called them in those days, I don't know, it'd be a piece of something with something heavy on, but they used to have a plumb line, and they'd take it slightly up, which then gave them the spot on peak. So they just scratched that last bit, went to that wall over there, you see where it started coming up again, another vault side there, and they did exactly the same on that wall. So now they've got the markings done. Next thing what they did, somebody came along and chipped out the thickness of the wall, so you've got this wedge coming out, which I'm told by the stonemason is not difficult to do. And they put some heavier stones in at the side to make sure it was well and truly held. So there you've got a wedge on the top. They put a type of wooden, call it scaffolding if you wish, all the way underneath, like this, using this as the shape and that as the shape, and they built on top of it. And that's how you build. All done and started with two holes like that. When the vaults were finished, they put ribbing up here. This is called ribbing here, and it comes further out. Can you imagine it in a cathedral coming further out? Then you have ribbing coming up there, ribbing up there, and ribbing up that side, and there were 4 of them all the way down. So if you'd have stood here, it would have just been like walking through a mini cathedral where all the bits come to a central point. Have you seen them in cathedrals? You used to come up and that would have come up there, and that's what it would have been like. And they used to use these vaults, would you believe, for storing food. Because there's no electronic devices in those days, of course. Food was a problem, so here, would have been your food storage. It was always one temperature. These little openings here, no windows in, they're open, so it let the cooling as well. So that's how they used to build the vaulted unpot, starting mid-2000s. Over in this corner here is a second well. You can just see another dip in the ground. We're told that goes down 200 feet, so it's quite a deep one that. Filled in at the top, just below the top, is the octagon floor again going down. We tested with the other one 2 years ago, freshwater filtered again, so we're getting mussels filled by some salt.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you.
It's great that you've enjoyed it. Just one final thing to say, that if you're not members of the National Trust and you are thinking of joining, do it today before you leave, because they'll give you your money back. Little surprise for you. And while you're around here, you can soon get your money back should you wish to join. Worth a thought. In the meantime, thanks very much for coming and enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, and then.
Save it. Right, that's it. The end of the video. Now here are some images of Corfe Castle. I've taken these off the website, so I think they give a fantastic view of the castle. I didn't take any photographs that day. I'm too busy videoing. So, but we did return in 2004, and that video will be, or those videos will be up very, very soon, within the next few days, weeks, and you'll be able to see you know, the castle will be the same, obviously, but perhaps a different angle with the newer equipment. We've gone digital. I think it was a mini DV camcorder that we had in 2004. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and please comment, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next production. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.